Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So the first 3 days of voluntary OTAs for the New York Jets are officially complete. And we have 7 more practices too, by the way. I can't wait. Really, I mean, there's so many things to look forward to this offseason with minicamp and training camp, preseason. So much to look forward to. I cannot wait for it. But in this one, I wanted to really take a second to recap what happened over these last 3 days because a lot went down, right? There was, some good. There was also some bad, which we'll get into. But yeah, with that being said, let's dive in. So over the first 3 days of OTAs, May 24th, 26th, and 27th, the Jets have had 80 plus players attend OTAs. 80 plus players, voluntary off-season team activities. The Jets have had over 80 players attend. Are you kidding me? This is what happens when you hire a coach that players want to play for. This is what happens when you hire a coach that has such a good reputation across the league. Players are outspoken about Robert Saleh, Richard Sherman, Fred Warner, and you just listen to Robert Saleh himself talk about the sport of football. It gets you fired up. 80 plus players while the virus is still going on. Are you kidding me? Absolutely unbelievable. Unreal. That is the electricity that you love to see as a fan of this franchise. But let's talk about the elephant in the room. How does Zach Wilson look? Is he progressing? Does he look like he's, light years behind? Is he picking up the offense well? Well, Zach Wilson has disappointed absolutely nobody. On the field, this guy has looked great. He's been completing a lot of passes, whether you want to talk about, the team scrimmages, the 7-on-7s. He's putting the ball in play. That is exactly what you want because not only does it show that he's picking up the offense, that he knows where to go with the football, but he's also making quick decisions, which is something that needs to be talked about. It's not like he's hesitating. It's not like these are off-script plays where he's running around. He's playing within the confines of the offense. That is awesome. Number 2, the overall arm power has been there. One of Zach Wilson's biggest traits coming out of BYU is the arm strength, okay? Not just the ability to consistently beat defenses over the top. Doesn't matter the down. It doesn't matter the distance. He can throw it deep. He is accurate, he could throw it far, but he could also put a lot of velocity on the football in short passing situations, off of play action, intermediate routes, right? He can really put a lot of torque behind the football and get that thing going. That's important in the West Coast system because you do have to, of course, there's a lot of timing involved, but you have to be able to fit the ball into tight windows, right? That's key. You listen to what Mike LaFleur and Robert Saleh have said about Zach Wilson so far from the mental side of things, right? Relentless worker, crazy work ethic, great leader, enthusiastic. There's no cutting corners. There's no laziness. Wants to come in and grind, wants to come in and study film junkie, wants to come in and practice hard every single day. There's no sort of nonchalant attitude. There's no sort of blowing things off. There's no sort of, I'll get to it tomorrow. It's, I want to do every single thing possible to get better. I want to be the franchise quarterback of this team. That is what you love to hear as a Jet fan. I mean, for the first time in a long time, I feel really, really good about the quarterback position. Moving on to another really important position, really important player, it's CJ Mosley. CJ Mosley is back and he is ready to roll. He's ready to go for the season. Physically, he's 100%. Mentally, he's 100%. And in his own words, the flame is back. Okay, so I'm pumped. I cannot wait to see what he does. But as far as this 3-day period, 3-day voluntary OTA period is concerned, he's looked good. And you listen to Mosley, in these small little interviews, he sounds like a totally rejuvenated player. He almost sounds like a rookie, right? Really enthusiastic, really energetic. He wants to go out there and lay it all down on the line every single play, every single Sunday. That is what you want from your highest paid player. Okay, so I'm expecting really, really big things for Mosley in this defense coming up next season. And by the way, Robert Saleh was actually asked about that, right? The system fit, because as we all know, 3-4 to a 4-3, does Mosley really fit that system? And Saleh's response was pretty much, hey, CJ Mosley has been a dominant player his entire career, right? His whole life, CJ Mosley has been absolutely great. Going back to college at Alabama, CJ Mosley is a ball player. He's talented enough to play in any single defense, right? We can line him up anywhere. We can line him up as middle linebacker, weak side linebacker, whatever. CJ Mosley will have a role within the defense and he will produce. So that is really, really encouraging because that's kind of been a question amongst Jets fans' minds, like, hey, how does CJ Mosley truly fit into the new Saleh defense here? But it's good to hear that, coming from the head coach. But as much as we have some good news, right? Young players are producing, young players are all getting along, they're hanging out off the field. We all saw them at the Islander game. All that good stuff, all that stuff is awesome. There has been a couple of negatives. Number one, Quinnen Williams. Quinnen Williams has not been there, obviously because of the injury. he's gotten hurt, right? Supposedly he got hurt on a football drill, not with the team earlier a couple weeks ago, and this injury is going to keep him out for a long time. He should be ready to go for the start of the season, but it is somewhat of a concern that he's going to miss all this time, all of these reps within the new defense, because it's not like it's going to be the Greg Williams defense rolling out there again. This is a brand new system here, and also brand new teammates. So, you have to kind of get used to who you're playing with here. And then, of course, Corey Davis. Corey Davis got hurt. Went up for a jump ball, landed wrong on his shoulder, but they think he'll be fine with a little bit of rest, which is always a plus, especially because Corey Davis is coming in as a newcomer, also learning the new offense, but he's expected to be the team's #1 wide receiver. So it's probably smart that he, maybe takes the rest of voluntary OTAs off, really gets that shoulder right, so that way he can attack mandatory minicamp mid-June. So I'll leave it there. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. What's something that you're really excited about? What's something that really caught your eye so far through throughout the entire voluntary OTAs? It's really exciting. There's so many different storylines that you can kind of dive into, and the future's bright. The future is bright. So thanks so much for watching, and as always, go Jets.